it rears its head every time. You saw it yesterday. There was a
You
move
saw it against Atletico Madrid. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
them rotating and just, humbling for, okay, you can have the left for a little bit. No. That's not how you solve the problem. When the problem, I wouldn't even say even that I have the solution for it, but the problem will be solved when both players are flourishing together.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shirtless Plantain Show. I'm your host, as always, Tosin. Alongside is my brother, Coach. How you feeling today, my guy?
Man, I'm feeling good. Man. It's nice, Champions League games. When your team wins, you can just kind of just watch everybody else run around like hooligans. It's the best feeling, man.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
3 points, and you're cruising. And you played early too, so
Yeah, man. Like it was crazy. I had to leave work early anyway because I'd been there since the crack of dawn, pretty much. But I left early knowing that when I get home, it's pretty much the game's on straight away.
Yeah.
And yeah, I wasn't disappointed. It was a good win, man.
There's a saying we say in Yoruba, and I'm sure that you probably feel the same way.
Yeah, bro, you hit the nail on the head.
I know. For those of you who don't understand, you don't know. First game, Napoli-Frankfurt. That game ended up 0-0.
Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, Napoli missed a host of chances, man. Like Højlund even missed one at the death. But again, like this is gonna be copy and paste for every week we talk about Napoli in Champions League. Conte clearly doesn't give a shit with the Champions League. He just doesn't care about it.
No.
He just doesn't care. So, and that's fine. But yeah, Napoli are not gonna do much, and I think Lukaku's still out. De Bruyne's not gonna be back until the new year at this point.
February, March.
Yeah. So yeah.
Conte does not care about Champions League. Never has, never will.
No.
That's the deal he made with his hairstylist when he was playing his bald spot. So
yeah.
Arsenal, Slavia Prague. Arsenal traveled away to Czech Republic. They beat Slavia Prague 3-0. Arsenal has a slight bit of injury issues right now, but no problem.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
3 goals. And can we call the penalty a set piece, even though it came from a set piece?
Yeah,
you guys can have that. But the other 2 goals, there's no doubt, man.
Actually, the first goal that Mikel Merino scored was a mini set piece. I'm gonna call that cross a mini corner.
Yeah. Do you know what? Like, I noticed something straight away. Teams are really trying their best to, if they smell any sort of blood, they're gonna try to exploit it as quickly as they can. I mean, sure. I know that's the general rule for football in general, but I mean, with us, it just feels a little bit more heightened. Like their striker, he was one big lump, I've forgotten his name, was targeting Hincapié, and then Hincapié's not giving it back to him. He was like, the guy didn't even finish this, didn't even manage the last 5-10 minutes in the second half. Like he just came off, even though he was a bit injured, but like he was really trying to, Hincapié, and on top of that as well, like our general play in that first 20 minutes. If you saw me say in a group chat, I said that while they said, "Oh yeah, like these guys are really trying to make it difficult," I was like, "This is just fan love, man. They're just gassing themselves out. Like they're trying their best to impress before they eventually gas themselves. Don't worry about it, bro. We'll be fine." And lo and behold, like literally after the first 20 minutes, we were just peppering their goal by the end of it, man. Saliba stepping into midfield because to create an extra man because they're pressing really high and shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, Merino was popping up everywhere. It wasn't that great in the first 30-ish minutes, but after that, he just came into his own, man. Yeah. I have to give my some flowers to Trossard, man. Trossard is, I compared him to Arshavin before, and I'm going to compare him to him again. Like, he just has this knack for doing stuff in the final third where it's like, it's the right way. He struck it right with either feet kind of thing. He just creates opportunities. And it just reminds me of Arshavin so much because Arshavin frustrated the life out of me because at one point I felt as if he was arguing our top 3 most talented players in the squad, but he just couldn't, he didn't have the physical tools to consistently show it. But in terms of his quality, it was never in doubt. Do you remember that goal he scored against you guys at Old Trafford?
Yeah, why wouldn't I remember it? Leave me alone.
But like but that's what Trossard really reminds me of. Like he's just got this, but fortunately for Trossard actually can take care of himself physically as well, believe it or not. But yeah, Arsenal 12 points, 11 goals scored. Go on.
I got a couple notes. One, I laughed about the Hincapié thing because I saw the guy was trying to give it to Hincapié, and the next thing I saw was Gabriel pull up next to him. He was like, hey, listen, I'll whoop your ass. Don't play with me. Leave my guy alone. Second of all, we didn't talk about this. Max Dowman set the record. He's the youngest player to ever play in Champions League.
Yeah.
So shout out to Max Dowman. And third is a Nigerian who plays with Slavia Prague who kept me. I was looking at him, David Moses. I was like, okay, I see. He plays center mid. He was on the right wing because they were playing a 3-back system. But I noticed that. But Arsenal did their thing, man. That's all you want is 3 points, get in, get out, especially when you have an injury filled team. So yeah, we're gonna try and speed run through some of these games because we don't want to bore you guys with full details. Atletico Madrid beat Union Saint-Gilloise 3-1. Nice little kit balance. I like the black and yellow on Saint-Gilloise versus Atleti's white and red. It looked nice. But Julian Alvarez.
Conor Gallagher's goal was really good, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna talk about.
So was Alvarez's as well, to be fair. Actually.
I was about to bring that up. I was gonna say when he popped that ball up and he hit the ball, it's like, oh, your ball striking is disgusting. We said this before about him on this podcast that like one thing about Julian Alvarez, he can whack a ball. Conor Gallagher was really good. Marcos Llorente got a goal in 96. They scored in the 80th, but this really wasn't a contest.
No.
You know, they have what 52% possession, 62, something like that. It was gross. It was gross. But yeah, that was that. The other game of the tie yesterday, everybody was looking forward to was obviously Liverpool and Real Madrid, the return of Trent. I have a lot of thoughts on this, but I'm a gentleman and I'll let my brother go first.
No. I'm curious to know because I have some thoughts, but I feel like you're gonna nail it anyway. Pause. So go on.
Okay, so I've said this about Real Madrid. They are the most unbalanced team in the world. One of the hardest positions you can find in world football is an actual dictating ball playing number 6. I've had this conversation many times with homies, and there's somebody's coming on the podcast, in the Man United podcast, and give me a preview in the next couple of weeks. We talked about this extensively about how Michael Carrick is very underrated in the zeitgeist of things when you think about it. That position is so hard to find, and Arsenal did something this summer that a lot of people don't realize is the best signing Arsenal did this summer, which is Zubimendi. You need a number 6. I love Tchouameni. I love Camavinga. I think they're incredible footballers, but they're not number 6s. And Real Madrid are
not the type that Real Madrid need.
Yes. And it showed in the way that they played. They also don't have a player who can switch to play. Their center back. Valverde is great at right back. I like Valverde out there, but I'm not a big fan of Vinny in the last couple of weeks. Vinny he could not take on Connor Bradley, who I think Connor Bradley he's a decent player, but he's not that good. I think Vinny should be able to.
It's weird because Connor Bradley hasn't been good this season. He just hasn't. And yeah, Vinny is weird to me right now. Like, and I mean this with no disrespect to him, but I didn't initially rate him. Then he blew my socks off, pause. And now I'm looking at him thinking, was that just 2 years of you? Is that as good as it gets for you, those 2 years? I don't know. Obviously not his top quality, he's going to be back kind of thing. But I'm just looking at his bottom level, and his bottom level is horrific, man. It really is. It really is horrific. He's fortunate, though, that he's such a fit player that he keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. But letting Connor Bradley just pocket you, I think 2 years in a row now at this point, it's just...
It's frustrating to watch Vinny play, man. And like, just when I was watching Liverpool, they just straight up just...
murdered them. They murdered him. Murdered him.
I don't even know. I was looking for the adjective to describe what I saw, and it just... they brushed them aside. They were little boys. It was like it was literally like men versus boys. It could have been a lot more had Thibaut Courtois not been in goal. I was just watching. I was like, this is not. Something is missing at Real Madrid. And Dean Howson, for as talented as he is, he looked like a little ass boy. He looked like a child.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a lot. There's a lot that Alonso's got. That's I suppose that he's trying to identify. Some things he's got right, and some things that he just doesn't have an answer for right now. And I think number one, while people talking about they've solved the problem of Vinny and Mbappe, they haven't. Mbappe's just been incredible, but they actually haven't solved the problem. Do you know what I mean?
It rears his head every time. You saw it yesterday. There was a move.
You saw it against Atletico Madrid. Do you know what I mean? Like them rotating and just, humbling himself. Okay, you can have the left for a little bit. No. That's not how you solve the problem. When the problem, I wouldn't even say even that I have the solution for it, but the problem will be solved when both players are flourishing together. That's when the problem is solved. Right now, one is clearly flourishing. The other one is just doing okay. Yeah, he's just doing okay from time to time. But back to their midfield. Okay, so you got Gula there. You got Camavinga. you got Jude, you got Tchouaméni. Every single one of those players are all under 24, 23 years old. They're all under 20, 24, 23 years old, right?
Mhm,
Which is good for Real Madrid. However, when you're coming up against midfields that have, and don't get me, all those guys have already all won already. They've all won the league, Champions League kind of thing. I get that, but they won with experienced heads.
mhm.
They haven't actually been, they haven't actually won as the main men. Those guys, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
when they were, when they won a Champions League and whatnot, and the league and that, Camavinga was playing left back. Tchouaméni was doing trading between centre back and centre mid. Jude obviously was fantastic kind of thing, but again, Cruz was there, Modric was there as well in the midfield. So it's just they. I think they need a senior man in there who's gonna essentially be the controller and let them guys go off. You know, go off on the reins basically. But for now, it's almost there's no real. It's gonna sound crazy saying this. There's no men in their midfield, and I mean actual men that are gonna, you know, control shit. That's the most basic way I can explain it. You know, it's a lot more. There's a lot more to it, but I think that's the biggest problem they face. You know,
Yeah. It was a good goal from Alexis McAllister. Give fair
set
play to.
piece again, ole ole. I wonder.
And I'm gonna give you guys one more fun fact. In 2018, 2019, Liverpool scored more set pieces than this current Arsenal side has. But again, we just love doing agendas over here. But again, here's my thing. If you have me, of all people, defending Arsenal, then you know something is wrong.
You're doing
That's all I have to
some
say.
dumb shit, bro. Let me tell you.
Yeah, because I saw article from ESPN FC, this writer, and basically he wrote in 2018 how Liverpool are creative with their set pieces. In 2024, he said how Arsenal ruined their football. Same
Mm.
writer. But again, all I know is that I'm a black man that just pays my bills every
Guys
month
are all
in New York.
dickheads, man. Let's just
Yeah.
call it what it is. They're just all emotional, unprofessional, undignified wankers. That's what
Yeah.
they are. Because you can't seriously get up in the morning, go to work, and put that sort of stuff out as your job and think you're actually doing your job. If I was your editor, I'd fire you because you're a clown. Like you're actually forget generating clicks. You're making us look like idiots. The whole point of a journalist is to be truthful, no matter how painful it is, in my opinion, at
Mhm.
least. But you're just being dickheads.
I
So
forgot to mention, by the way, speaking of Arsenal, New York City's mayor is an Arsenal fan. So hey, shout out to my city.
yeah, shout out to him and shout out to winning as well. I know some people are probably not happy about that, but you can kiss my ass. I don't live in New York, but if I did, I'd be over the moon.
I'm not gonna say how I feel, but I feel amazing. Shout out to my city. Tottenham. This is a great segue because they asked him. I got a video from one of my homies. Someone asked Zoran, how would you feel Tottenham came to New York for a thing? And it was just jokes. But Tottenham beat Copenhagen 4-0. Don't want to spend too much time on this one, but Van de Ven scored a stupid goal, man. That was
Really good goal.
that
Copenhagen
was
start.
a joke.
That's Tottenham. That's as good as it gets for Tottenham this season. Good for them. They can fuck off now. Can we just do Newcastle while we're here as well as fuck them as well? Good goal from Dan Burn. Don't know who scored the second goal.
Jolinton.
Oh, they can definitely get fucked. Forget that. Let's cut this out. Let's cut this out. Next one.
Olympiacos and PSV was 1-1. Not really much to take away from that game, other than the fact that Gelson Martin still plays football and Ricardo Pepi scored in the 93rd minute. So
Yeah, good.
USA,
It
good for
was a
you.
good finish from Pepe as well, man.
Yeah. USA needs their strikers to be firing really, really bad. They need that like
Mm-hmm.
immediately because, yeah, I don't know, man. USA in this World Cup, man. I got thoughts,
Do you
but
know? I have a question for you. Do you think if they had to qualify for this World Cup, do you think they would? They would have.
yeah, they would. They
Okay.
would. I think that CONCACAF, no offense to CONCACAF, is a bit of a joke.
Mm.
USA, but again, I don't know, man. That's a good question actually because it's Pochettino.
I was saying. I was thinking. I don't know. They probably would, but it would be interesting to see them squeal. You know.
Yeah. Juventus and Sporting was 1-1.
Yeah.
Vlahovic scored a really good goal in this game, by the
He
way.
could have scored like 50 this game, to be honest. Like him and the goalkeeper were going at it, pause. Even Conceição, the little wanker as well. He could have got a couple.
Do you want to know a
But yeah,
fun fact that I noticed about Juventus?
go on.
Jonathan David hasn't scored goals in so long that his braids have length now.
I was gonna say, and he could have scored the winner as well.
Yeah.
I was happy and sad about that. I would have been happy if he scored. I would be sad if he went this one, but you know, what I mean, can't have it all. So
PSG 1, Bayern 2. Bayern got a red card. Luis Diaz had a game and a night to forget, man. He scored
boy,
2 goals. And then that tackle, I know we talked about it. That was a red card, man. Apparently, Hakimi's out for the next 2 months, and if he does come back for AFCON, he won't be back until the round of 16. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'll be honest with you. I still really feel like it's one of those red cards where it's like, because to be honest as well, I don't know if the ref even with VAR intervening, I don't think he actually thought himself it was a red.
yeah,
I just feel like because he was called to the thing, he kind of had to just go
call
with
it.
it,
Hmm.
which isn't a trend in Europe. In England, it is where when you get called to the screen, automatically you're gonna go with the decision that the VAR's told you basically. Whereas in Europe, I feel like it's a little bit of the opposite. But
Yeah,
yesterday we saw that he was kind of, I wouldn't say pressured, but it's almost like Harry Kane said something similar half time. Harry Kane said to him, had he walked that off, you're not giving him a red card, which is the truth. Do you get what I mean? I know, like, let me explain what I mean here.
go ahead.
Basically, I don't think it was a bad tackle. I think it was unfortunately timed more than anything because they're both
Yeah,
jumping for the ball. And while Luis Diaz like leaves the ground with both feet kind of thing, it's not like he's lunging. He's almost just like he's in the air and he falls. He falls on his ankle. Now, is it dangerous play? Yeah, but I also feel like they talk about thresholds as well. Do you know what I mean? And I just feel like it's unfortunate he fell on him, but I don't feel like he crossed the threshold, if that
yeah,
makes sense. But at the same time, the moment you leave the ground with 2 feet, you give the decision to the ref, basically.
for
That's how I
sure.
feel about it. But prayers up for Hakimi, man. Like
Yeah,
2 months is
and
not a joke.
to your point about referees, I mean, it happened in the Liverpool game where they thought
Yeah,
it was a penalty
yeah,
on Tchouaméni with the handball, and
yeah.
didn't even get they wasn't even a free kick.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so things change.
Yeah.
Monaco beat Baltimore Glimt 1-0. It was a very tough game. Baltimore Glimt got a red card, but for Larry Balogun's goal, that's when I knew he's definitely
That's the
Nigerian.
Halen finish. I'm sorry to call it. That's the Halen finish because all them boys are finishing like that near post. That was a joke of a finish, man.
Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah.
You know what it is? He cut his head low like a good Nigerian boy.
Mm.
So now he's being a serious boy. Uh, Villarreal today. Let's talk about Villarreal. They lost
Mm.
to a Greek team that stars David Luiz. They look pathetic. For a team
Yeah.
that we praise a lot, I was just like, what is wrong with you guys?
Spanish teams in Europe right now, I'm just looking at them a little bit. Yeah. None of them like outright stand out to me in Europe. To be
Yeah,
honest, so that doesn't surprise me.
yeah.
Yeah.
This game, I'm gonna let Coach handle it because I have words for this, but all I have to say is that Chelsea drew against carrier bag, and not any sort of carrier bag. If you're black, you know where your mom puts the bags from the grocery store underneath the sink. That's
Yeah.
what Chelsea drew today, by the way.
Yeah, I feel like I'm less black now because I don't do that anymore. I've got one of those actual holders from IKEA that you just stuff them in and you just pull them up through the holes. It's so cool, bro. I know, right? I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to. My black card has to be reviewed. I apologize. But it's so convenient, bro. I'm telling you. It's
Hey,
even got the
listen,
sticky
man.
pads on it that you can strip off and stick it on your. Oh, mate, it's brilliant. Honestly, it's
Hey,
so good,
listen,
man.
listen, man. All I know is that in life we innovate, okay? And
Yeah,
you're innovating. So shout out to black innovators.
yeah, yeah, man. Swedish ones at least. But yeah, Chelsea. Oh shit, man. Sorry, bro. That I'm never ever gonna say anything nice about Chelsea. Never. Like, but in this case, like carrier bag, bro. And again, I have to go back to the money. Like, you're trotting out Garnacho, Liam Delap, bro, in Champions League games. Like, don't take the piss out of my life, man. Like, don't do that.
Can
Then you're
can I
gonna
say
be
something?
surprised. But then you're gonna be surprised why nobody takes you seriously, including your opponents. Carrier bag thinking this team's probably as good as us, and we suck. Do you know what I mean? So yeah,
Can
man.
I
But
say something about can
go
I say
on,
something about Leon Delac quickly?
go on.
Should have gone to Chelsea, but I mean, should have gone to Everton.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I actually think it would have been a good move for him not to go to a Champions League club. Like genuinely, he wouldn't even. I tell you what, a club like Brentford would have been great for him. Would have been absolutely perfect for him. But it is what it is. Anyway, yeah, a penalty from Hato that got given away. Then obviously a good goal from Garnacho, to be fair. But Carabao could have won it right at the end, and the best left back in the league apparently fell asleep at the back post. And then Chelsea went up the other end with the best right back in the history of the football, and he's in a crossing position. And correct me if I'm wrong, he's one of his best attributes is crossing, right? He just kicks it straight out of play. Uh, these are players that are supposed to be the best in class. The best in class don't do dumb shit like that, as far as I'm concerned. But Is what it is.
Yeah.
Chelsea suck. Get fucked. I hope they get relegated.
By the way, I don't ever want to see Tosin and play for Nigeria ever again. That boy is not good.
Has he even got caps for us?
No, he told us no. He wants to wait for England. So please
Oh yeah,
go.
stay over there. Bassie's better than him anyway.
Yeah, and Benjamin Frederick.
Yeah, they're all better than this nigga, man. Please.
Yeah. Anyway, City beat Dortmund 4-1. They put their hands on them, man.
Mm.
Ryan Shirky is incredible. Phil
Yeah,
Foden got man the match. So
yeah. I have to confess, after the Foden goal went in, I literally switched off. I just went straight. I just focused straight on Barcelona. I was like, this is gonna get ugly. Like
yeah.
I saw Haaland bustling through and playing through his left back. I was like, I ain't watching this, bro. I have to go to sleep tonight. I ain't watching that. No chance.
My mom said I'm not allowed to watch snuff films.
No, basically, because
Yeah.
that is whatever the hell that was. So yeah, I have no opinion on that other than the fact that City are putting it together, man. They are.
Mm-hmm.
So,
they're waking up.
mhm.
Newcastle, we talked about that earlier. They beat Athletic Club 2-0. So there you go. Joelinton missed a chance in the first half where I looked at him and said, this is why you don't play striker no more. You finish like an NFL.
Suck at football. You're not Brazilian. He's not Brazilian. He's not Brazilian, bro.
That guy's a thug, okay? You know, back in the day when Big Meat used to go to the club at Magic City and he used to throw ones and they would have to have security.
Bro,
Joelinton
from
won't be
London. I wouldn't know. I'm sorry.
Listen, basically, Magic City is a strip club in Atlanta, legendary strip club. Big Meat used to go there all the time in the early 2000s, and he used to bring all of his guys, and they had to bring extra security. Joe Linton's the sort of guy that you need to bring in as a security guard for that sort of event. Joe Linton is the final boss of security guards. That's what he is. So
he's just a big bully that's shit at football. Like, he's absolutely terrible at football, man. He sucks, man. But yeah, there's neither here nor there.
Ajax lost 3-0 to Galatasaray because Victor Osimhen scored a hat-trick. First hat-trick in Victor Osimhen's Champions League career. Listen, man, I saw Osimhen's first goal. The other two were penalties, obviously. But the first goal, when he put his head down and he headed that ball, first thing I said to myself, that's a bagsman. That's a guy who would die for his club and country on the line.
But he had some good chances before that as well. There's one where he plucked it out of the sky and 12 yards out, touched it over the defender's high foot and volleyed it towards goal. And it was that's unlucky. Yeah, that was just unlucky. Like, that would have been arguably goal of the night.
And the thing is, he's done that.
I'll tell you what I like about Osimhen, right? It's the fact that he has this old school sort of style of play where I couldn't imagine a world where Osimhen has to do shifts wide. You can only play Osimhen through the middle. Wherever he goes, you just have to play him as your main striker, or else you're not getting anything out of him. So, and that's a positive. When people do what it says on the tin, that's a positive. The second thing that I really, really like about him as well is that his ball striking is incredibly underrated. He puts his foot through that ball, guys. Seriously.
Do you remember what I said about Osimhen? I've said this before in the podcast. I'll say it again because I've watched damn near every Osimhen game since I saw him at the U17 World Cup in 2015. Osimhen's greatest strength is his greatest weakness. Osimhen has that mentality, I don't want to be in Nigeria. I want to make it in life. That mentality is what got him out of Nigeria, is the reason why he's playing in Turkey, because he wants to prove to everyone. And that's why he fights all the time, because he's just like, I'm not going back to Lagos, bro. He's like, I'm not going back to Jide. I'm not going to San Luis. I'm not going back to Lagos. Please, I want to stay here. So I love Osimhen. I think he's incredible. Sane and him had a great two-man step today. So shout out to two black men doing well. So Ajax stinks, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know. They need to start vetting these teams, bro. The Dutch teams just don't belong in Europe anymore. I'm sorry. Let's let them get serious and then invite them back.
We should start putting MLS teams instead of Dutch teams.
Yeah, that's man. Or just give those extra places to, I don't know. Fucking hell, man. Man, they all suck, man. Seriously, man. No disrespect to the Dutch league, but you can't be serious, man. Don't
Dutch league. It's not 1995 no more, bro.
Yeah, man. You can't be serious, man.
It's over. Club Brugge 3, Barcelona 3. Oh my gosh, man! Can I before you get into the nitty gritty? Can I give flowers to Rafael Oyandinka?
Yeah.
This is his first start since his injury, and I'm watching him. Just Nigeria, please be serious, man. Just start this guy. He's so good. I've been talking about Oyandinka for years now. Watching him, I was just bro, the way he had Fermin Lopez, he was chasing Fermin Lopez down like Fermin Lopez owed him money. Like the whole entire game, I was like, bro, didn't you just come back from injury? Why are you chasing this guy like he owes you money? So love to Rafael Dinka. But coach, the floor is yours, man. You watched this game in its whole entirety, and like you have thoughts.
Yeah, I just okay. So Barcelona to me are the most fascinating team to watch.
Yeah,
Anytime Barcelona on, I have to watch. And they're not only fascinating because they're obviously entertaining. They're fascinating because you know when you're a little bit of a masochist, so you kind of want to see just how far the rabbit hole goes, like how deep it is, basically. Like how much higher can this Barcelona high line go? Are they going to end up quite literally playing on the other team's 6 yard box? Like, I'm curious to know because they're not learning. When I say they, I mean Hansi Flick, but they're not learning that teams are just going to be like, all right, even if our pace players aren't that good, we're just going to play them against you because they're going to get, you throw enough shit at the wall, something's going to stick. They're going to get enough chances in behinds that they'll make something work. And don't get me wrong, Club Brugge are a good side. They've got quality and they can play really good football.
and their coach is
But
good too.
the coach is good as well, I was going to say, but they don't have Yamal and Rashford on the wings. Do you know what I mean? Like, they don't have that sort of quality. But yeah, like for some strange reason, Barcelona, like I saw when it was at 2-1, I was like, and Barcelona were missing chances. They hit the crossbar like three times today. After I think it was Casado, was it Casado or was it Garcia? I want to say that hit the crossbar. I was like, oh, Barcelona are going to concede now. And
And they,
then
they conceded like 5 minutes later.
literally, I was like, oh yeah, these guys just don't learn, man. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know.
You know
With
what
that
was
being
my
said,
favorite? You know
gone.
what my favorite finish was? I mean, obviously Yamal's goal was really, really
Yeah,
good. His finish,
yeah.
but Carlos Ford's first goal, right? That finish he had, I yelled in my office, and everyone's like, "Tosin, what's wrong?" And I showed one of my coworkers, "Oh, it makes sense why you yelled now."
Yeah.
He doesn't watch any football, but he
Mm-mm.
himself was just like, "Oh, I don't watch the sport, but I like that finish." I was
Yeah.
like, "Bro,
Even
it
the
was
second finish was cheeky as well, to be fair. It was
the
very,
dink."
very yeah. But yeah, the Yamal goal is why Yamal is just gonna be he's gonna retire as one of the goats, man. That goal came from nothing. There was nothing there. There was literally nothing there, and he created that goal like out of nothing. And that's what he's capable of. But on top of that as well, that's probably a side of his game I want to see more.
Yep,
The combinations because I already know he's gonna fry you 1v1. I already know you can stick it in the top corner from 25 yards. Really start running at these guys, combining with using your teammates kind of thing, and just that's how you probably get more goals because you end up in the box more as well. The closer you are to goal, the more chance you have from scoring as well.
yep.
But the brain fart from Chesney at the end, like I don't think that was a foul
It
personally.
was not. It was
I
not a
don't think
foul.
that was a foul. But Anthony Taylor, English refs in general are just fucking shit. But when they go to Europe, you just get to see it really, really well in HD, just how far behind they are with everybody else. So I'm glad they get to disgrace themselves on the world stage, and more people hopefully are waking up to it. I think Sid Lowe even tweeted it
He
saying, "Is
did.
Anthony Taylor? Yeah, is he like this all the time?" He's like, "No, he's worse actually."
Darren English,
With
Anthony
Anthony Taylor,
Taylor, all of them, all the
yeah,
English referees are just rubbish,
yeah.
absolutely garbage. I do have some 3 bad marks. Jules Koundé was terrible today.
He got
Um,
fried today by both right wingers, man.
Balde was really bad, and Marcus Rashford just was non-existent. So
Same wingers, yeah.
yeah, terrible. Benfica lost to Leverkusen 1-0. Patrick Schick scored a very good finish. So razor sharp from Patrick Schick. Um, Inter beat Karat 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
That second finish that Inter did was disgusting.
Yeah, great build up as well, man. From what was his name? Oh, I've forgotten his name, man. Carlos. Oh, I've forgotten his last name, but
Augusto?
Augusto. Yeah, Carlos Augusto. That was it. But they they missed a host of chances, and even Lautaro's goal that was just pure perseverance. That's just it is what it is. But the fact that Kara even equalized just lets me know what kind of team Inter are, man. Inter there's like 2 to 3 teams in this Champions League, big teams in this Champions League that I'm expecting to get absolutely battered by someone good. And for sure, Inter are one of them. So are Barcelona, actually. No disrespect. I actually expect Barca to get like absolutely whacked by someone as well. Um, and potentially Real Madrid as well. Like, I'm not even talking about the Dutch teams, because if one of the Dutch teams make it into the knockout stages, they're getting, how much did we beat PSV last year? 9-1, 9-2? I can't remember.
Something like that. Whoop
Yeah,
their ass.
they're gonna like, the Dutch teams obviously are given. They're gonna concede a shitload of goals, but a couple of the big teams are gonna get absolutely pasted in the knockouts. I can see it already.
Coach, this last game, Samardzic's goal was so nasty. When Atalanta beat Marseille 1-0, that goal from Samardzic was insane. There was that VAR check to see if it was a penalty. It wasn't a penalty to let Samardzic's goal stand, but that was a nasty goal. Yeah. But the biggest talking point from this is when Lookman got subbed off.
Yeah, him and the coach, was it Zurich, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why are you going to keep a player that doesn't want to be there and then be shocked during the season when thing goes wrong?
And I think that like people are blaming Lookman for what happened. Lookman was just coming off and the coach pulled him, and then like Lookman was vexed because like he wasn't trying to say anything to him, and then the coach pulled him and was like, "Yo."
As a coach, you want that though. As a coach, you want your players to be upset coming off the pitch. You don't want them like, oh yeah, dancing off the pitch. Yeah, it's great. You want players like literally raring to go the next game. Like, oh, why'd you take me off, coach? Like, kind of thing. And that. And I don't think it's been disrespectful. So, yeah, it is what it is, man.
And Lookman scored, but it was called offside. But I'm just glad that and the Catelari missed the penalty. Great save from Rui. But I'm just glad that Lookman's finishing. Moses Simon scored. Osimhen scored a hat trick. It's good. Also, Rafa Yundinka looked good. So we need these boys to be informed, because I swear to God, Nigeria, if you don't qualify for the World Cup, I'm gonna.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Nigerian World Cup as well, actually, I see someone in the TikTok comments talking about, you know, how I feel about black goalkeepers as well. Bro, you wasn't with me when I was propping Mendy, when I was saying Mendy, and Mendy was, to be fair to him, Mendy was like literally a top 3 goalkeeper in the world. And then 2022 happened. I was like, oh yeah, I've never seen a fall off harder from a top goalkeeper. So,
hey, listen, man, I'm gonna tell you guys this. I grew up watching Ike Shuramu and Peter Rafai, okay? Yeah. My black goalkeeper Rolodex goes far, okay? I remember Carlos Kameni, please. I remember Victor Nyema, okay? We love our black goalkeepers here,
exactly. But it's just, we're not stupid, bro. Like, there's enough evidence here to be like, let's just not.
I grew up on Shaka Hislop.
Bro, exactly. And the thing with Shaka Hislop is a Premier League stalwart. Like, he played, what, I don't know, maybe 300, 400 games in Premier League, something like that. I don't know. But like, guys, I'm sorry, I just can't do it, man. I'm not gonna put my faith in it. Mendy was in FIFA Pro Player of the Team of the Year or something like that, right? Yeah. Or like Champions League. And then look at the fall off. Guys, I'm sorry, but we're not doing it. Let's call it what it is, man. Like, it's Dida. Dida might be the only one to not have beat to have beat the curse. So where like one.
It was Dida, Nyama, Carlos Kameni, and I think I'm missing one more.
The fact we're scraping the barrel should tell you what it is. This isn't a diss. This isn't a, oh, he's self-hating and anything like that. We're just calling it where it is, and there's nothing wrong with that. The same way I believe the best midfielders of all time are all black. So what? You know what I mean? What? I'm right. Vieira, Seedorf, Yaya Toure, argue with me. I dare you. Go on.
Patrick Vieira, Makalele.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so what is it? Do you know what I mean? Granit Xhaka, Declan Rice, all the best midfielders.
Declan Rice.
Do you know what I mean?
He said Declan Rice. Go to hell. I was gonna say Paul Scholes. Gingers are black, right?
He can. Yeah, fine. Yeah, whatever. You can have it.
Ed Sheeran did Grime TV. We got some games for you this weekend. Let's start off in Ligue 1. We got PSG and Lyon. Yeah. It's going to be very fun. PSG are very, very hurt right now.
Yeah.
Everyone is hurt.
I'm not even hating or anything like that. Like, genuinely, like, I don't feel any sympathy for them. I don't mean in the sense that, oh, I'm wishing their players are injured or stuff like that. It's just in the sense that, bro, you won it all last year and you have the monopoly in France, kind of thing. I'm sorry.
Tough titty. Yeah, you're like tough titty.
Tough titties. Oh well, you know.
Dembele sacrificed his whole life for Ballon d'Or in the treble. It was worth it.
It was worth it, bro.
It was worth it.
You immortalized yourself. You'll be fine. That's what I'm saying. How can I feel sorry for them? You've literally got a Ballon d'Or winner, bro. Like, piss off, man. Like,
and he won a World Cup on top of that too. So you've done it. You've completed football. Congratulations.
Was he in the squad? Was he in the squad in 2018?
Yes.
There's no. Oh my gosh.
Look it
There's no.
up.
No, I'm looking at right now. But no, keep going, keep going. So Leon
Yeah,
and you gone?
PSG. Then we got Strasbourg and Lille. I'm very excited to see how Strasbourg does. They do have Europa League this week or Conference League 1 to 2. Yeah.
Mhm.
Serie A, we have Inter versus Lazio, which is going to be very delightful because Lazio are not serious and Inter are not serious either. So that's going to be
Mhm.
fun. Then we have the Turin derby between Juventus and Torino. So, nice little tussle there.
Mhm.
Bundesliga Bundesliga and La Liga, there's not really much to watch. I mean, if you want to watch your Real Madrid, your Barcelonas, your Valencias, your Atletico Madrid, your Villarreals, it's there. You can watch your, Sociedads. They're all playing this weekend. Same thing in Bundesliga. If you're gonna watch Bayern Munich put a chokehold against Union Berlin, you go do that. But Coach has
That's
a
your
hate
thing.
watch for you to watch. Mainz is playing against Frankfurt, right?
Yeah, and I just want you guys to know that Frankfurt will win this game. They will, and that will
Yeah.
mean it will be one step closer to Mainz being relegated, guys. And it's a
Amen.
good thing. It's a
Amen.
good thing. So watch that game with all the hate in your heart. In fact, I'll give you some of my own hate. Take it. There you go.
Yeah. He's got enough hate for the rest of the world.
I'm telling you,
Take
man.
the
I'm
hate.
telling you.
In the Premier League, we have Liverpool versus Manchester City. Woo, that's gonna be fun. All I
Is it?
know
Is
is
it? Wait, is it? Our City are at home, right? I think.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, City at home. Yeah.
I love this game for many reasons, mostly because whoever loses, I win.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have Crystal Palace versus Brighton. That's a derby in a sense.
Yeah. It's the not the M4. It's the M25 derby. I want to say. Anyway, it's that long road from Croydon all the way that stretches through Croydon. Like, yeah, I know the derby, but yeah,
Yeah.
but it is what it is.
Arsenal versus Sunderland. Whoever wins gets the rights to Granit Xhaka.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that just because it's been years since I've been at the stadium and all that. And
Yeah.
Sunderland always represent good Premier League memories for me, probably for you as well, actually, Tosin.
A lot,
So
actually.
a lot, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to that, man.
And last but not least, we have Tottenham versus Manchester United to start off the weekend, 7:30 in the morning. Luckily for me, if United do lose to Tottenham, I have a life. So there you go.
I don't think United lose to Tottenham, to be honest. I really
We
don't.
like to play at big pitches.
Yeah,
So
I actually think United are going to deal with Tottenham. Actually,
I hope we do. I hope we give them a good shellacking.
I'm
So
gonna
that's
go.
that.
I'm gonna go 3-1 United.
Okay. Coach, did you look up Dembele yet?
Yeah, I saw. I just kept my mouth shut. I was like, damn, he really was in the squad.
I know that I've got good memory. I know that much.
I just don't remember him playing. I really don't remember him playing, bro. Like,
I remember him because I remember at the end of the when they were doing all the celebrations, like Paulie Pogba, he was in the background doing his
yeah.
thing, and then Conte was there. Yeah, I remember that. So yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was our Champions League review, and we have a weekend preview as well.
Mhm.
We have international break next week. We will bring you some Nigeria content, depending if Nigeria wins or not. Because if they don't, you're not going to hear from me. So piss off.
Basically, yeah, we got some shit cooking up actually. So
Yeah, we do. We're in the lab, as the rappers would say. We get into the booth.
yeah, so
So
international break we should have one or two decent things coming. But I just need to look at the diary and shit.
yeah, we got it. We got
Yeah.
it. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Trust me, we're gonna look at your comments. We're gonna get back to you. I promise. We love when you guys interact with us on Spotify, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Twitter. We love when you guys interact with us. Please don't forget to share this with your mom, your friend, your dad, your dog. Even share it with Zoran Mondani if you know him. Please, we want Zoran on this podcast. Actually, how about that?
Yeah.
Zoran, an Arsenal fan.
Some people probably don't want him on the podcast, and I have to tell you again, guys, you can kiss my ass.
We want the New York mayor on our podcast. That's what
Yeah.
we want, okay? That's what we want.
Yeah.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Shirley's Plantation Show at the New York mayor's office episode. How about that? Arsenal United. How about that?
No, we've got some stickers. You stop. Where is he resided at? Town Hall, City Hall? Where does he live?
Yeah, Town Hall. Yeah.
Just starts putting the stickers all around there.
All over the city? Yeah. All right, bet.
Yeah.
All right. Bet. Ladies and gentlemen, we're out. For myself, Tosin and Coach, we're out. Everyone take it easy. Peace.